Things are looking deliciously grim for Johnny Somali. We've got a lot of clips to talk about today, and they're not light-hearted ones. Subscribe to the channel so we can get P. Diddy moved into Korea so he can be Johnny's cellmate. And Johnny did have a certain defense at one point. He said, and I really want to preface how silly this is, he said Discord made him do it. That's right. Discord is responsible for Johnny Somali's streak of cringe terror. Not the drugs, not the weed, not the pills, not the alcohol. Seemingly not even blackmail. He doesn't frame it like they forced him to do it. He just says they created the list of comfort women statues for him to harass. He tries to make it seem like they influenced him to do it. I don't believe they did, but it doesn't really matter. Just because someone tells you to do something doesn't remove the nature of your intentions. Now, I don't think this is the case with Johnny Somali, but the "he made me do it" is a real mindset. Human beings are more likely to commit unethical and immoral actions when they believe someone else will take the fall. History has even proven as much. When they brought the soldiers of Germany into court after the Second World War, many of them refused to accept accountability because, as they said, they were just doing their job. It is a real mindset, but as I said, I don't think that's what was going on with Johnny. He was just looking for another excuse. It's actually kind of sad how desperate he is to get out of the situation, while also having such unqualifying resources to do so, i.e. no money, a bunch of idiots offering legal advice, and a fucking tax litigator for a lawyer. More importantly though, we need to take a trip back to the past to look at things he was being investigated for, mainly his CSH charges. I can't elaborate on that too much without facing monetization issues. So just take the words child and harassment and put the nasty S word in between those two words and you get the idea. He was investigated for this and they dropped the charge on account of a lack of concrete evidence. I've said it in the past, Johnny Somali could receive 80 years of jail time and I'd still be dissatisfied. Unless he was registered as an offender, because he has knowingly and actively targeted minors in the past, in a far, far, far from wholesome way. I stand by that sentiment now and will gladly die on that hill. So this is the best news I've gotten on his case, like, basically ever. There is no situation in which willfully and maliciously targeting children for your own pleasure or goals is justified. Lotte World is one of them. A lot of the focus there is on the obstruction of business charge, and to be fair, that is a very powerful charge in the sense that it comes from a well-oiled and financially armed corporation, and not a less organized and perhaps legally unequipped individual who probably cannot contribute as much to sealing Johnny's fate. But of course, every little charge helps. Johnny did actually harass children there by playing inappropriate and suggestive messages around them. He wasn't just stopping rides, and because he likes to meet new people and ruin their days, Johnny comes into contact with folks of all different types and ages and groups, which doesn't exclude 16-year-olds who literally tell him and confirm that they are underage.
Game is game. Let's go. What is going on over here? Yo, my white friend likes you. My white friend likes you. This one.
You're 16.
I don't care. My white friend likes you.
I'm 16.
Why? My white friend likes you. I'm sorry. I don't like white women.
But Johnny's response is just, I don't care how old you are, age is just a number.
How old am I?
Yeah.
Yes.
How old are you?
Yes.
14.
You're right, yeah.
That's fine. I'm too young for you again.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
It's legal here in Israel. Take my Instagram.
He wants your Instagram.
Take it. It's legal here in Israel. I don't give a fuck. How old are you?
I'm 16.
I'll take both of you. I don't give a fuck. I'll go to jail. I go to jail. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's serious. I'll take both of them. I got wife number 1 and wife number 2. I'm like P. Diddy. I'm like Epstein. I'm like R. Kelly. I don't care. For her, look at the point right here. For her, I go to prison. Age ain't nothing but a number, but a dime ain't nothing but a thing. Oh my God. Give me a kiss. Wow. No. I'm scared. I gotta go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail. I go to jail. I go to jail. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. My wife. It's my wife. Oh my God. Look, I don't give a fuck. Look. I'm gonna go to jail. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to jail. I'm on the most demonic shit tonight. I'm Jeffrey Epstein. I'm P. Diddy. I'm the next reincarnation of everybody evil. Harvey Weinstein. I'm the most demonic that ever turned a camera on. I'm the most evil person that ever used the internet. I'm the most evil person to ever use a camera. I'm a sexual deviant. I am a criminal. What I don't do off camera, you will never see. I'm like Epstein. My name's Jeffrey. Might call you I don't give a fuck. I'm young Epstein. I'm young P. Diddy. Clip it. Shoot it, bitch. I got all these young bitches doing something strange.
There was also a point in which he outright stream sniped Nana. You might recognize that name. She's one of the people he made a deep fake of, and essentially chased her down the street like some kind of deranged serial killer. And he keeps saying nakadashi. That means cream pie. So he's making like a suggestive comment. This is effectively sexual harassment.
I'm sure to be my supposed friend, but you've been brainwashed by suspenders. You've been brainwashed by ICE. I've been here. I've been here to meet my friend homeless. Nana, remember we talked in Japan? Remember? Remember when homeless called you and said nakadashi? Remember? Remember when I told you nakadashi? You remember? What are you saying that? You know Johnny Somali, right? Mr. Hiroshima Nagasaki. You know that, right? Right? Stalker, don't say nothing. Your homeless is creepy. Call the case out to call him. Go. Call him. Go. Call him. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, Nana. Fuck you, homeless. I'm on your ass, bitch.
I wouldn't fear too much for her safety if you saw him chasing him there. He'll probably run out of breath after 20 steps, but it's just absolutely disgusting behavior. Like, I feel like I need to go take a shower just watching this garbage. And this is the last clip. It's nothing like the others, but it's still causing public distress, or at least attempting to. He's playing a bomb threat, like some kind of evacuation warning, trying to get people to run or scream.
Signal means to stop whatever you're doing. That signal means to stop whatever you're doing.
The first noteworthy instance in which he was shown targeting children was when he went online with Hank and sought out conversation with underage girls on an online website called Ome TV, which is seemingly targeted towards building international friendships over on the eastern side of the world. Even Hank was saying,
"Wait, there's a kid."
But Johnny didn't care. He just wanted to be controversial. Ladies and gentlemen, if they get this to stick, it will easily be one of the most detrimental charges against Ramzi Khalid Ismail. From a legal standpoint, it is every bit as lethal to Johnny's freedom as the deepfake charges, in the sense that they are both mandatory jail time carriers. And Johnny was already wriggling at the neck in a desperate bid to get out of the deepfake charges. So I'm willing to bet odds are more than likely he and his band of degenerates are going to be looking for some way to get out of the CSH charges. So yeah, Johnny Somali charges may be coming for the CSH crimes. Now we have to talk about his Robin. I find Hank to be a very vexing individual in the fact that I'd love to make a video solely dedicated to him, but he doesn't really get his nose dirty enough to really justify doing so. When you play the role of a secondary villain, you generally don't really amount to much. And from a legal standpoint, someone like Hank, who has that pseudo-intellectual knowledge of the law where he isn't smart enough to pass as a D-list lawyer, but just barely knows which dishes to break and which to leave alone. It's hard to pin a tail on that donkey. You see, codependent humans are only as strong as their lovers. And in Johnny's case, his man might just be starting to look for other men to start having affairs with. For you see, Hank is scared. Dare I say, he may have soiled his pantaloons over this one. It's possible that Korea can book him for one of Johnny's charges as well. Sear this clip into your mortal mind, and all will be made clear.
Scared.
Yo. Wait, that's a kid.
Hello. Where are you from? Philippines.
Well, that's a kid.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You guessed it. The CSH charge is mad. She's mad because the courts tossed her out for a lack of evidence, and now she's preying upon not just one social reject, but two. No one who glazes the CCP while longing for the American lifestyle can be regarded as intelligent. That's like having fire as your favorite element while wanting to move to Antarctica instead of relocating to Venus. It doesn't make sense and it doesn't work. And if you think I'm exaggerating, then let me tell you, his life has been falling apart. And it's partially his fault, perhaps mostly his fault, but Johnny is ruining his life too. He's too selfish to care, of course, and I mean, we don't care about either of them now, do we? But regardless, he is making the choice to take care of this little creep, so, you know. How is his life falling apart, though? Well, first off, his gym membership has been cancelled on account of his gym finding out about what kind of person he is, and what kind of relationship he has with Korea's Little Terror. And tying the pressure into his earlier mentioned issues, Hank has taken the liberty of deleting every video he had on his channel. It's not a very big channel, but it is bigger than mine. Maybe we can fix that. Now, do I think Hank will ever wisen up and realize that it would be smart to jump off the burning boat that is Johnny Smalley? Well, no, not at all. Hank is a stupid man. He's even asked for his money back in the past, to which the nuisance streamers around Johnny, who he has financially supported, are like, yo, chill, I'm broke, you ain't getting that money. To summarize where Hank is currently at, the reason that they may be able to stick the CSH charge is because he was with Johnny that night. I did cover that stream in the past. It was one of the more interesting and cringy things I've ever seen, on top of being rank and morally reprehensible. But you could even say that Johnny would not have even been able to target those children if it wasn't for Hank. After all, he supplied RKI with the streaming setup, the channel, and even the house to do it in. So that's about where we're at with Johnny Somali and Hank Hongjon Yu. I'll catch you later.